Hello and good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Please raise your hands if I'm audible. Okay. I see a good amount of hands raised, so I'm audible, I believe. That's great. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone for attending this free webinar for MA Economics Entrances 2022. Today, I will not only be talking about the different MA Economics entrance institutes of the country. I will also be talking about how to prepare for these entrances in the most effective manner. Okay. So before we begin, I want to point out a few ground rules. Okay. For all meetings, there have to be a few rules before we go forward. And this is no different. Each and every individual should be on mute at all times unless I tell you to unmute and answer. Okay. I would be requesting each of you to put your videos on because I like to see my students when I interact with them. Okay. This is going to be a highly interactive session. It is a session by the students and for the students. Okay. So I want this to be extremely interactive. So I want your videos to be on. Okay. I'll be requesting each of you to keep your videos on. Please put your videos on. I like to see the students when I interact with them. Okay. Your name should be your first name and the last name. Should not be names like Redmi, Galaxy, Charismatic Stranger. Yes, we have actually got a username like this as well in our classes. Okay. Your name should be your first name and then the last name. As I have already told you, mute all the way. Any doubt whatsoever, anytime, put it in the chat box. Okay. I'll be taking a look at the chat box and responding to you when I get the time. Okay. The same thing, if you want anything to be clarified, put it in the chat box. Kindly refrain from any other activity. Please focus on the webinar. I want your entire attention. See, the reason why I say this is the first interaction or the first stepping stone for your MA Economics 2022 entrance. Okay. I want the step to be in a positive direction. Okay. So I want each of you to interact with me as much as possible in the most honest manner. Okay. See, when I talk about these entrance examinations, there are two aspects to your preparation. Okay. The first aspect being the quantitative aspect. Okay. First aspect being the quantitative aspect, which is basically your knowledge and how well you prepare for these entrances. So basically subject knowledge and your subject preparation. This is the quantitative aspect and the practice that you do. Okay. This I call it as the tangible preparation for your entrance examination. This is called the tangible preparation for your entrance examinations. The other aspect, which is often overlooked by most of the students, it's the qualitative aspect. Qualitative aspect is the mindset that I want each student to be in. See, in order to effect any change physically, firstly, you have to change your mind. Okay? Your mindset will make you or break you. It's the most important aspect for your preparation. And especially in the current situation where most of us, most of the families are actually going through a rough patch. COVID has been a game changer for each of us in our lives. Okay. At this moment, keeping the right mindset and a positive mindset has to be the way forward. Okay. Right. So the first thing in order to effect a change or a shift in a positive mindset is to understand why we want to do an MA or MSc in economics. Extremely important. Most of you wouldn't have expected this, right? Most of you wouldn't have actually thought that the first thing that we'll be talking about is how to change the mindset in the current scenario. This is extremely important. And the first step for that is to understand why you want to do a master's in economics. When I see your videos on, I see that everyone has a wall behind us. Do you have a wall behind you? Yes or no? Please raise your hand if you have a wall behind you. You have a wall, right? You have a wall behind you. Okay. Now, if I tell you to break down that wall, break it. How many of you will want to break it? Please raise your hand. Others who don't want to break it, please do not raise your hand. Okay, so 7 of you want to break down the wall. Okay, should I give you a hammer? Please break down the wall that is behind you. Okay, now the participants are actually lowering their hands. Okay, so there is a wall behind you and I tell you to break it down. Only 3 of you are actually telling me to break it down. Okay, chalo. Why did you choose not to break down the wall? Why did you choose not to break down the wall? Correct. There was no reason to break it down, right? There was no reason to break it down, right? Now I make a difference. I coach you, I teach you, I give you a manual, I give you a tool, I give you a hammer, I give you everything, all the knowledge to break down a wall. Now will you break down the wall? No. Acha. Chalo. So yet none of you are actually wanting to break down the wall. Very good. Okay. Now let me change the situation a little bit. I don't teach you. I don't coach you. You don't know how to break down a wall. But I tell you or I give you one important information. And that information is behind that wall is a fire. And the person you love the most is actually trapped in the room behind that wall. The person that you love the most is trapped behind the wall behind you. And there is a fire. The only way to get him or her out is to break down the wall. Now, how many of you will break down the wall? Please raise your hand. The person you love the most is behind that wall. There is a fire. The only way to get them out is to break down the wall. Now, how many of you will break down the wall? Please raise your hands. So what changed? What changed was you had a why, you had a reason to break down the wall. Without any reason, we don't do anything. Am I understandable? Without any reason, we don't do anything. So there is a reason why we wanted to break down the wall. Similarly, you need a strong enough reason to go through a 1-year MA Economics entrance preparation. You need to have enough motivation to study hard for 1 year. There has to be a reason why you want to do a master's in economics. And I want to hear it from each of you. Why do you want to do a master's in economics? There has to be a reason why you want to do a master's in economics. I want to know why you want to do a master's in economics. Think about it. Take a moment. Think about it. Why you want to do a master's in economics? It is extremely important as the stepping stone of your preparation. The reason is you come to class, you're not able to understand the first class. You are not able to understand the second class, third class, fourth class. You will quit. You will quit. You don't have a strong enough reason to continue your preparation. You don't have a reason. Okay. It is important for you to have a reason for whatever you do, because when the going gets tough, that reason why you want to do a master's in economics will stick with you as a motivating factor. Okay. So all of you take a moment, think about why you want to do a master's in economics. If you want to answer me, please raise your hand. If you want to answer me, please raise your hand. I want this to be an interactive session. I will be asking you to unmute and answer why you want to do a master's in economics. Okay, some of you are not raising your hands. Okay, so I'll just ask a few of you to share why you want to do a master's in economics. Okay. Shubhanan, please unmute and say why you want to do a master's in economics. It can be anything. We can't hear you. Shubhanan, please unmute and tell me why you want to do a master's in economics.
Hello. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Tell me, Shubhanan.
Sir, actually, I want to, pursue PhD.
You want to
maybe
pursue a PhD?
Yeah, in a foreign university like in USA or UK.
Okay. Have you thought of any place yet where you want to go for a PhD? Have you imagined?
Yeah, in case of say UK, it would be best for if I get admission in LSE, London School of Economics.
And the US?
And in the US, there are several options like Chicago, University of Chicago, or say Stanford. Stanford is a bit difficult for me.
No, don't actually limit your dream according to your pocket. Don't, refrain. You can actually aim for Harvard, Princeton, Stanford.
Stanford, yeah, UC Berkeley. But obviously before that I have to, but before that obviously I have to crack ISI or DSE, so that actually these are prestigious schools, right? So if I get into these schools, so it would be very easy for me to get admission.
So let's make it happen. Let's make an ISI or a DSE happen for you. Are you committed to working hard in the next 1 year to make ISI DSE happen for you?
Yes, sir.
That's it. We will make it happen. If you want it to happen, we will make it happen. Good. Now I want some more responses from someone else. Okay. You can also put it in the chat box. Okay. Rahul, can you unmute and answer this? Why you want to do a master's in economics?
Yeah, sure, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
So, according to me, there are a lot of flaws in the system which can be solved by better policy making, and most importantly, the administration and the functioning of all of the policies that are currently into the framework.
Okay.
And also, I'm fascinated about the topic bioeconomy and sustainability. So it is something that I want to study in my future and apply to at international organizations such as the UN and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Rahul. So we'll make it happen if you're actually committed in doing this. Very good. Thank you for your responses there in the chat box, everyone. Okay. Shreya, you have actually responded in the chat box as well. Would you like to share why you want to do a master's in economics by unmuting? Shreya? Okay, no issues. Couple of more responses I like to have. Okay, Vaishali, please tell me why you want to do a master's in economics.
So I want to pursue PhD and read and keep my research on different economies of the world. So some of my research can help other people too.
Okay, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you so much for your response. Okay, so none of you actually said that you want a great paying job after a master's in economics. How many of you want a great paying job after a master's in economics? Please raise your hand. How many of you want a great job after a master's in economics? That was one of the reasons why I wanted to do a master's in economics. Okay, now a few hands are coming up. Yeah. Thank you for your responses in the chat box. I wish I could see each of them personally, individually. Good, good, good. Keep the responses coming. So some of you want a great job, a good paying job. One of the reasons why you want to do a master's in economics. Love the subject, want to study further, do a PhD, right? As some of you have pointed out. Family pressure. My mother wants me to do a master's in economics. My father wants me to do a master's in economics. My family is expecting me to do something in economics. Okay. How many of you are here because there is a little bit of family pressure that please do masters in economics? How many of you have a little bit of family pressure? Please raise your hand. Let's be absolutely honest with each other. This is the stepping stone for your MA economics preference. Okay. The preparation, this is the stepping stone. So you can be absolutely honest here. Family pressure. Okay. A few of you are saying. How many of you are wanting to do a master's in economics because your best friend is doing it? You'll be surprised. Many of you are actually doing it because of this. Because your best friend is wanting to do it. That's why, acha, I want to study with him or her. And hence, I also want to do a master's in economics. It happens. It's okay. It happens. Like I personally gave my MBA entrance examination before I sat for MA in economics. I gave MBA because my best friend was doing it. Okay, that was the reason why I gave my CAT. And that's why I failed at it miserably. Anyhow, that's a different story. So if your best friend is doing it and you want to do an MA or MSc in economics, all the best cracking an ISI or a DSC. Because at the slightest hurdle, you will quit. It's not a strong enough reason for you to do an MA or MSc in economics. Okay. Think it is easier than other options. Getting into a good MA college is easier than other courses. Chalo, to ye bhi karke dekh lete hain. Okay. This is another reason which may be there in order to do an MA in economics, and other options are there. Okay. So I am actually launching a poll. I have launched a poll, why MA in economics. I basically want to see how many of you will fall under which category. I want to see this. I cannot see who is voting for which option. So it is not possible for me to judge you. Okay. So please answer honestly. Let's be absolutely honest in this session. It is okay to say, I don't know it yet. It is easier than other options. My friend is actually doing it. That's why I want to do it. Family pressure, it can be anything. Please vote as honestly as possible. Give your vote in the poll. Please share your vote in the poll. You may also share the other reason if you're marking. I have some other reason why I want to do a master's in economics. Okay. So thank you so much for your responses. I'm ending the poll now and I'm sharing the responses. So these are the responses. So 57% of you have said that I want a job. So you are like me. I fell in this category when I started my preparation for MA in economics entrances. Many of you have a love for the subject, want to do a PhD. Very good. Easier than other options, don't know yet. None of the above. Absolutely perfect. See, it is important for us to do an exercise now. I want all of you to do an exercise. What exercise? List down 10 reasons why you want to do an MA in economics. List down 10 reasons, and it has to be precise reasons. This is a homework. Okay. This I want each of you to do. A homework in the first webinar that we are actually doing. So the homework which I want each of you to do is list down 10 reasons why you want to do a master's in economics. It can be reasons like, I want to go to ISI Delhi because I want to study further in game theory. And I know that Professor Sen is amazing in game theory, so I want to study under him. So it has to be precise reasons like this. Precise reasons. The reason should not be, I want to get a good job. Now, what is the definition of a good job? It has to be precise. It has to be exact. So if you want a good job, your definition of a good job should be such. I'm actually sharing with you what was my motivation to do a master's in economics. So in my second year of college, when my second year ended, my father actually suffered a major cardiac problem. And, it was a huge family expenditure. And we had to shut down the business. Okay. And at that time, my father actually came up to me and he told me, I can't give you anything to fall back on, son. You'll have to look at your own career. Okay. Currently in the COVID scenario, believe it or not, and I'm sure most of us and our parents are not going through a very comfortable time. Okay. Our family needs financial support. Why can't doing an MA in economics be a reason for you to become the financial backbone of your family? Why can't it be a reason to provide your parents, your siblings with a much better financial background than you may be in currently? Why can't that be a reason? That was my reason in order to do an MA in economics. My parents were aging, and my parents have actually sacrificed a lot when they brought me up. Okay. My parents have not seen the inside of a school, but they sent me to a school like Don Bosco, and I studied at St. Xavier's. I was actually privileged enough to get that education from my parents. My parents had never gone out of the country. It was their 50th marriage anniversary in 2009. I would actually get into an MA in economics in the year 2006. Okay. I wanted to save enough from 2008 to 2009 in order to be able to send them for a Singapore cruise on their 50th marriage anniversary. Okay. That was my motivation in order to do an MA in economics. I wanted a job and I wanted to save money in order to send my parents on a cruise which they deserve. They had never gone out of the country. Okay. Isn't that a strong motivating factor for you to do well? Isn't that a strong enough reason for you to do well? It has to be an emotional reason like this. It can be a reason where an aunt or an uncle told you you're not good enough and you want to show it to them that, you know what, I am good enough. You know what, I can go to ISI. In fact, in my life itself, when I got into ISI, many of my relatives actually came up to me and, they asked me, did you actually make it? Did you actually go to ISI? Have you actually cleared ISI? Is it a joke or is it the truth? The reason is most of them did not believe that ISI was possible for me. Isn't that a strong enough reason to show them that you can keep your mouth shut and I will make it to my dream institute? I will get to the best place that I think is good for me and my family. So choose the reasons accordingly. They have to be emotional. They have to be driven, because when the going gets tough, these reasons will come to your rescue. Okay. Am I understandable? So please have a strong enough reason for doing a master's in economics. And yes, I sent my family, I sent my parents on that Singapore cruise on their 50th marriage anniversary. And that was the reason why I went into ISI. I got a DSC rank as well. And that was not the end of it. When I went to ISI, I was actually focused. I have to get the best job at ISI. I have to get the best job at ISI because I have to save around 6 lakh in 1 year. If I have to save 6 lakh in 1 year, I need to get a job of at least 12 lakh. And the average at that time in ISI was around 9 lakhs. Okay, I'm talking about 2008 when I graduated. Okay, God was with me. I really believe that there was a higher power. In 2008, when I graduated out of ISI, I was fortunate enough to get a salary package of 13 lakhs from Barclays Bank. And yes, I sent my parents. It yet gives me goosebumps when I say this. Yes, I did it. And the satisfaction that gives me today as well, after 12 years, is immense, So have a reason why you want to do a MA in economics. That is the bottom line. Okay, so this is the first qualitative aspect which I want each of you to work on. Have a strong enough reason why you want to do an MA in economics. Okay. Now, you decide that you want to do an MA in economics, but only deciding the reason is not enough. Okay. You need to have faith and belief. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what is the difference between faith and belief? Anyone? Anyone would like to point it out? What is the difference between faith and belief? Faith or belief? Anyone who will want to share with me what is the difference between faith and belief? Is it the same thing? If you think that it is the same thing, please raise your hand. And that means that English is a very stupid language. It gives two names to the same thing. Or if you think that there is a difference, what is the difference? You may also put it in the chat box. Faith is subjective, belief is objective. Okay. Faith, strong belief gives you faith. Okay. Faith is based on the unknown. Rita Shri hitting the nail on the head. Faith is a subset of belief. Wow. You've put maths in faith and belief also. Faith is a subset of belief. Okay. Belief has a known factor. Okay. Belief is trust and faith is confidence on belief. Okay. So I've got enough responses. Sure. Faith, if I say it in Hindi, faith is astha. Belief is vishwas. Faith is astha. Belief is vishwas. Faith, I can have faith in something which I have not yet encountered or not yet seen. I have faith in God because I have not yet seen God. I can't have belief in God. Okay. Belief, faith transforms into belief once you actually experience it. Once you actually experience it. Like, for example, you start with faith that I will get into an ISI or a DSC, whichever is your dream institute. I will get into an ISI. That is my dream institute. I will get into an ISI. So you start with faith. In the first mock test, out of 200 students, I get a rank 1. I am now getting belief, right? So I began with faith. When I saw a few of the results going in favor of me, that faith slowly transformed into belief. So that is the difference between faith and belief. Okay. Belief is after you have experienced it. Faith is the unknown. Okay. Now, in your preparation for MA in economics entrances, you need to have faith and belief in firstly your decision for doing an MA in economics. You should have complete faith and belief in your decision. It will happen along the way that you will question that, was this actually meant for me? My maths is not very good. I am not being able to solve a few problems which are easily done by others. Was it the right decision that I chose to do an MA in economics? Have complete faith and belief that yes, it was the right decision because you had a reason for doing it. Come back to the reason. Come back to the reason, and you will gain faith and belief in your decision to do an MA in economics entrance. Okay. Have complete faith and belief in your ability. This is a huge problem with 99% of the student. It was a problem with me also. Problem kya hai? My friend is very intelligent. He or she will be able to do it. I, on the other hand, I don't understand most things. So how will I be able to do it? Okay. So I have faith and belief in my friend, but I don't have faith and belief in my own ability. Okay. This is what happens with many of us. Do you agree with this? Please raise your hand if you agree with this, that most of us are underconfident with our own ability. I feel that, I am not good enough. My friend is very good, but I am not good enough. Have faith and belief in your ability. How can you judge your ability when you have never appeared for MA in economics entrances? At this point, many students actually tell me, sir, in my college, I am not even in the first 20, sir. I have got only 55% in Calcutta University, sir. How will I be able to do it? The topper is getting 85%. They'll be able to do it, but I will not be able to do it. I have got only 55% or I have got only 60%. Okay, let me give you an example. If I tell Sachin Tendulkar is arguably one of the best batsmen ever. Okay. It is arguably, that is why I said that. So Sachin is arguably the best batsman. Now, if I tell Sachin to play basketball, okay. If I tell Sachin to play basketball, can I guarantee his success? How many of you think that I will be able to guarantee that, okay, Sachin will be amazing at basketball also? If you agree with that, please raise your hand. अच्छा, वो तो क्रिकेट में अच्छा है, तो बास्केटबॉल भी बहुत अच्छा खेलेगा. He will be the next Michael Jordan in basketball. नहीं ना? So most of you are actually not raising your hands. Correct. So isn't it moronic to base your decision on your ability to crack these entrance examination on a sport which is different? If your college exam is, say, cricket, these entrance examination is a football. Both are different sport. So don't judge your aptitude of cricket with how well you will be able to do with football. It is idiotic to do that. It is absolutely idiotic. Your college examination is a completely different ball game. These entrances is a completely different ball game. Okay, every year we see 85 percenters not being able to go to ISI DSC, but a 55 percenter going into an ISI or a DSC. Every year there are many examples. One example is sitting in front of you here. I was a 64 percenter in Calcutta University, topper getting a 84%, topper not making it to ISI, 64 percenter got into ISI. Okay, both are completely different ball games. Okay, so don't judge your ability with your college examination to your ability to make it to the top MA in economics colleges. Okay, completely different sport. Okay, have faith and believe in the MA economics course. Research on the courses of different institutes. Today, in a while, ma'am will be giving you an insight on MA economics, different colleges. Okay, so have faith and believe in MA economics that this will be a driving factor to your dream, to where you want to go. Because obviously, MA in economics cannot be the goal itself. It is always a means to the end. It's a pathway to your goal. Okay. And lastly, have faith and believe in us. We have been enabling students to get into the top MA in economics institutes of the country since the last 12 years. Okay, it's been a while. It's a process that has worked. Every year, year on year, students are able to make it to their dream institute. So have faith and believe in whatever we do and our methods. Okay, it is a working method. It is a method which has actually worked for hundreds of students who have actually made it to ISI, DSC, JNU, IJIDR. Okay, so it is a working process. Have faith and belief in us that we will be able to do it for you. Okay. Now, at this juncture, I would like to invite ma'am in order to take you through the top MA in economics institutes of the country and then talk about EduSure. Okay. Giving it over to ma'am.
Hi everyone. Am I audible to everyone? All right, thank you. Okay, so happy to be here. Usually this would be a face-to-face exercise, but at least technology has enabled us to do this. Just 1 second. Yes, and I hope you all are fine. I hope your families are fine. And so you all better get used to this mode, because this is how it's going to be for you all, right? All the classes are going to be online, and even your MA Economics program. There are seniors of yours who have seen only 1 semester of physical classes, and they have pursued their entire degrees completely online. So you don't have any choice but to get used to this mode of interaction with your teachers, right? All right, so so I'm going to take you through the MA Economics institutes currently which are operational. Now, sir and I, you will see this typical habit of ours to talk about ISI, DSE, JNU, ITIDR, because those were the institutes famous in our time. And DSE and ISI were like the holy grail for us. You know, it was just these two and everything else came after. But over the years, some wonderful institutions have opened up in India itself, not just abroad. They are giving us wonderful exposure, great faculty, small batch size, and dissertations, faculty interaction. So all of those matter a lot in your experience. See, jobs you will get, whether you are from Hyderabad University or you're from DSE, you will get a job, and then you may start at a different level, but you'll rise with your hard work and with your on the job performance. But your experience of the program, your initiation into the subject, into econometrics, into law and economics, economics of health and education, environmental economics. So many different subjects come in when you do your master's program. Your initiation into all of that, your interest can really be made, or it can make or break by where you go. So I'm just going to take you through certain institutes, and then we're going to talk about them, so we could help you get some clarity on what you are looking for. All right, so as I said, ISI and DSE are the holy grail for us, so they are going to be at the top. Well, there's nothing to talk about them. ISI is an extremely good institute, great faculty, has a great name, and on a personal level, the students have a very good experience there. So not just it has a name, but also it lives up to that. So ISI, DSE, no doubt about it. Packages are great, by the way, if you're interested in knowing. The packages should be touching 15-16 lakhs average at ISI and DSE by now. Okay, so if job is what you're looking at, these are the places. And then the second one is Delhi School of Economics. That's my institute. Now, Delhi School of Economics is obviously a very old institute. Placements are extremely good because A, because of the vintage, and B, because our faculty is also involved. We have a placement cell which actively works towards getting students placed. We have a great alumni network. They're everywhere. So anywhere you go, any company you go, any organization you go, you will have a DSE student there. And also because DSE has a vast number of seats. My time, it used to be 110 for general category, and I think 40 for others, so 150. And that time also it used to be a large batch, because 150 students is a large batch. But today it's 250 seats. So DSE has expanded its number of seats, and that is perhaps the drawback of DSE. Okay, it's great for placements. You don't have to worry about patient. So there, it could be a challenge. ISI Calcutta has 19 seats, I think, and ISI Delhi has 30 seats. So those are, I think 30 is a very, very manageable number. And so what happens typically in a master's program is that your first year is going to be all papers that you have to do. Okay, so, and they are going to be typically advanced macro, micro, maybe game theory, growth economics, and so on and so forth, which you have to do. Yes, I said Calcutta only 19. But the second year, you're divided. You have optionals. So all the interesting subjects that I took, they are optional. They're not compulsory papers, and you can choose those optionals. So if you have a very specific optional in your mind, you might want to look at the department in current departments of these institutes to see if that is doing, how is the department there. For example, if you're very interested in development economics or economics of health and education, or environment economics for that matter, then you might want to see that which college has teachers who have specialized in those departments, and you know that department is doing well. That teacher is a permanent faculty. He's not traveling anywhere. He's there at the institute and he's teaching that subject. So I would say that, so keep that in mind. And um, yeah, so that was about ISA and DSE. The institute has to cater to. So that's about ISA and DSE. Now let's go to JNU. So I don't know if you all know, but I run a YouTube channel where where I talk to students who have passed out from these institutes to get their current status. So we all know the vintage, right? We all know these colleges have a name for themselves. The purpose of doing that is to know what's the current status. So so till now I've interviewed a student of mine who went to SIS, the School of World Economy, and she was so happy with her course. She said the faculty was so good, the interaction was so good. You know, it was a revelation for me also. So SIS, I haven't spoken to I still haven't made a video on SSS, which is the MA Economics program. But SIS, which is MA Economics with specialization in world economy, she was extremely happy. And this is a very intelligent girl we're talking about. She was a very good student. Okay, so she had a very good experience with JNU SIS. So I think you should really consider that. SIS has lesser number of seats. You could just see that video if you have time. SSS is more. Could you do you remember number of seats? Just watch that. I'm forgetting how many seats that video has. I always asked, you know, the students this question: how many seats do they have? So SIS has much lesser, and the name suggests that it is focused on international trade. But she said it's just 1 or 2 compulsory papers, and that's it. You know, there is no real difference. Okay, so around 21, 22, some students are saying other seats in SIS is what she said. Okay, so Sejuti, my student who went to SIS, she said about 21, 22 seats. SSS, I think, has more, about 80 seats, if I'm not mistaken. SSS is 80 seats. Okay, so that is about JNU. IGIDR Mumbai. Okay, IGIDR Mumbai is a beautiful campus. It's a good place to do your masters. Students from there always get jobs. Again, it's an old institute now, which has made a name for itself. So yeah, IGIDR should always be in your list to apply for. And I would believe that apply everywhere. That was my mantra in my time. Apply everywhere. Once you get into 10 places, we pick and choose. But we don't pick and choose before we have secured a seat somewhere, because you may just have a bad day on some important exams date. So then what do? You don't want to waste a year. Trust me on that. So please apply everywhere. Okay, at least have a good pool of colleges in your hand. And after that, once you crack everything, you pick and choose. Okay, IIT Delhi and Roorkee, new places, new course. Though they've been running an economics PhD department since a long time. So now they have the master's program also. I think the placements and all should not be a problem because of the IIT brand name. How rigorous the course is, I'm still not sure, because it's a new department, but there's a lot of student interest in IIT. But yeah, I'm not really sure till now that what is the how's the department, like how's the studies there, you know, how good are the professors. I mean, everybody's just going behind the brand name, that if it's IIT, it must be good. I have a friend who's done a PhD from there. I probably will try and talk to her to assess how the faculty is. But other than that, the brand name is the only thing that we know right now is going well. And also their placements are good, is what I've heard, because of the IIT brand name. Okay, so yeah, so placements I think are good. So that is one thing that you will be taken care of. I don't think IIT Bombay is giving. Right now it's Delhi and Roorkee. Next year, in your time, maybe more colleges offer. Right now it's Delhi and Roorkee. Okay, everyone, I'm going to answer questions later. Okay, let me go through this. Okay, then this is MDAE Mumbai. This is a new place also. It is a very different course structure. They have 3 major specializations. One is data science, and I think there is data science, and what else? MDAE. They have 3 major specializations and all very relevant. You know, what companies look for these days. They've chosen those subjects because data analytics, large data sets analysis, you'll hear every company talking about it, that they need to be data driven now. So that's a skill companies are looking at. So that is one of their specializations, and 2 other, which are very contemporary, very cool, so to speak. So MDAE is it is an expensive place, no doubt. It's quite expensive to study there. They've modeled it on the lines of London School of Economics. Okay, so they've modeled it on those lines. It's a 1-year diploma program. It's not an MA. So if you have to do a PhD, you will probably have to repeat. You will have to do a repeat of your master's, because this will not be considered a master's program. If you want to do a job, this is fine. They probably charge 7 to 8 lakhs as the tuition fee, and you get a job of 7 to 8 lakhs. About 30 to 40 seats are there in MDAE, and getting in should not be that difficult, I think, because it's a new place, and because of this fact that India, we are not used to having a 1-year program. Even though it sounds very fancy, it sounds very contemporary, but it's, you know, it's new. We don't know. The faculty seems good. I again have a video on MDAE. You can look at it. So yeah, but that's about it about MDAE. Then there is Ashoka. So now Ashoka is, you know, as a university, doing extremely well. It's got a great name, aside the controversy that happened with the resignation of a few professors. Besides that, as a university, it is doing really well. It is supposed to be India's answer to the best foreign universities. The economics department is really good. In fact, it has some of our students who are now professors there. Some of our batchmates are professors at all of these places. So the course structure, curriculum, experience is all supposed to be very good. Of course, it's also, it will get you placed somewhere, and then you can always rise the ranks. But otherwise, the experience at Ashoka should be very good. And I'm going to answer your questions later. Let me finish with what I have to say. Okay, then let's come to Shiv Nadar in Noida. So Shiv Nadar, again, not a university. I mean, we came to know that it has opened. A few students went there, and then they praised it a lot. So then we started recommending it to our students. And so I have just interviewed one of my students who went to Shiv Nadar, and again, she was so happy. This interview will be published soon, maybe tomorrow. She was so happy. There were, again, just 19 students. Out of those 19, 15 get scholarships. So if their fees is 2 lakhs, she said, they get about 1.5 lakhs of, they get a 75% waiver. So first thing is you get a 75% waiver. So out of 19 students, 15 students get the waiver. Okay. Then these 15 students are also given stipends of 12,000 rupees a month. Okay, so it's practically free again. Beautiful campus, amazing faculty, research, teaching assistantship opportunities. research and dissertation opportunities, everything, the works. She was so happy with it that she thought that she was contemplating doing her PhD from here only. You know, she thought that, ma'am, I'm going to apply. I wanted to do it from India, my PhD. So I'm thinking of ISI, but I'm also thinking of SNU because it was so good. So again, it is a new place, but the experience of the students, 19 students again, small batch, you will have all the attention of the, you know, the faculty there. So do apply. And she said one of the reasons why she chose Shiv Nadar was also this, because of the less number of seats. Okay, then IIFT, again a reputed institute which has now started offering the MA Economics program. It is doing decently well. Even the placements, the students are managing to get placed from IIFT also. So another institute that you should look at and apply to. University of Hyderabad, very old central university. Again, some students went there and they had a good feedback. Okay, so not everybody can make it to an ISI DSE, but those of you who went to Hyderabad, they also got jobs, they got placed, and they're doing well in the corporate sector. So, I mean, and it is also you can also look at that. Okay, so the experience of my students have been good. Okay, so we do recommend University of Hyderabad. MSc Madras School of Economics, it has very many programs. The placements for their just MA Economics program is okay. The other programs, the place, don't quote me on that, but that's what I've heard. Okay, so it's a decent place. It's an old place. It's a very old place, started by Raja Chalaya. We probably would have studied him in your college. So it is a decent option, is what I'm going to say. Okay, then there is GIPE Pune. GIPE Pune, again, many courses that they offer. Again, a very old institute, and again, a decent place. CDS Kerala was another surprise package. My student, I've recorded a video of this, of my student who went there, and he also, like Shiv Nadar, had a very wonderful experience. Again, the same story, very small number of students, very good faculty, research oriented, and even job oriented. So even CDS Kerala is doing a very good job. So if you do get in, you should definitely consider this. And the rest are, then there are many others. There are all the central universities of a country. Every state has a central university. They all offer the MA Economics program. There is Xavier's Presidency, Calcutta University. Then in Bombay there is this. This is very good for development economics. And then there are so many others. Okay, so the top ones we've spoken about, and this is what they are. All right, now let me answer your questions. Placements opportunity in Hyderabad and Madras, just expect them to be average. They'll get you in the job market. And Hyderabad, I think, has slightly better job prospects than Madras, purely because Madras School of Economics has many courses. So large pool of students that need to be placed. Hyderabad has lesser number of students, so it's able to support the students better in those terms. Okay. All right, so other questions. Does this person need to have maths in 11th, 12th for being eligible for ISI? See, right now they want you to have the knowledge, Vatsala. You need to know 11th, 12th maths, because you can't do masters with, you can't study economics without maths. You will apply it. So it's not just about knowing it on the side. Ki, ye mere paas tha and koi use nahi hai iska. It is used. So that is why you need to know 11th, 12th maths. Okay, so whether you, I don't think they would see your certification for it. And they do tweak their rules every year. So you will have to check it. But as far as I know, you don't, it's not about the certification, but you need to know 11, 12 maths. Okay, difference between MA and MSc, I don't know of, I don't think there's a difference. One is Masters in Science, one is Masters in Arts. Some people think that Masters in Science is going to be more mathematical, MA is going to be less mathematical. There's nothing like that. Sir and I compared our courses at ISI and DSE. So he did an MSQE, I did an MA Economics. It was pretty similar. So there's no difference. I don't know. Yeah, I answered about IIT Bombay. Okay, MDAE courses, data science, finance, and public policy. Yes, thank you. Eligibility for what? I did answer that, Vatsala. Madras School of Economics, check out the website, Aratrika. Sharanjit, placements opportunities for SNU Noida were really good. She said there's a slight dip because of the pandemic, but the average was 10 lakhs, I think. So it's pretty decent. Okay, Shayantika, professor, actually you could become from any university. There is no, they hire everyone. So a lot depends on your research, how good your research is. A lot depends on the person you do it under. So you have to choose the person you're doing it under very carefully. And so when your subject of choice gets aligned to the professor that you work under, it's a good match. Yeah, but ISI has a really good department for PhD, so you could consider ISI to get in. Otherwise, after you do your masters, you can think there's a lot of time for that. Okay, COVID situation, when would entrance exams be held? Nobody can say that, Alina. It really depends on how the pandemic is progressing. PhD recommendations from Shivnadhan and Ashoka should not be bad because they have faculty from everywhere. So you will get your PhD recommendations. But you can, I mean, it's there. Yeah, so econometrics, you will have to do. I think Sir is going to take your classes on it, so don't worry about it. Okay. Sanskriti, what is your question? Previous papers of MSc are not available, Shakya. You can apply to both SSS and SIS, but you have to just give your preference in case you make it into both. ISI for development economics is good. Hostel facilities are there in SNU. Yes, BTech is BTech degree. With a BTech degree, you can apply anywhere. For NET, actually, JNU has a very good system. So a lot of students who go to JNU sit for NET, and they have this room where they all, sit together and study. So that atmosphere is there. So you can look at JNU if you're interested in NET. Highest packages, I guess 16, 7, 6, 20 should be the highest package. Yeah. You hate probability and you're clueless about fourth sem stats. The only reason to hate probability is because you don't understand it. You're talking to the wrong person because I love probability and I think it's completely logical. So you would need to learn it is all I can say. IGID has 30 seats, I think. Entrance exam of BSc is tough some years, not so tough other years. All institutions take their own entrance tests, yes. That's how it is. Every institute has their own entrance test. GATE economics helps you apply to IITs. Oh, courses you can do along with MA economics. MA economics is actually a very rigorous course. If you go to an ISI or a DSE or any of the top colleges, uh, it's quite rigorous, and I would really recommend you work under some professor rather than just get a degree. Just get this, get a real world feel of doing work in economics. That's going to be better. Difference between JAM and GATE. JAM is an MA course. It's the course. Okay, you have to stop asking more questions. I don't have time. So just stop. I'm just going to answer what questions are there, and then we can talk later. Difference between JAM and GATE is that everyone stop asking more questions. We don't have time to answer them. Okay, we have to hurry up. What I was saying, yeah, GATE is a score which can be used at a lot of places. It's like a GMAT score. You just have a score and then you can use it anywhere. JAM is a specific entrance for the IIT Masters program. So that's the difference between the two. All institutes provide courses in international economics. Sharanjit, I passed out in 2008. This is 2021. In 14 years, things have changed. Presidency, Akash, I'm not so sure how good it is right now. My time, I don't think DSE had a behavioral economics elective. Internship, definitely, Harsh, you should do that. All right, so this was it. This was all that we had to discuss, all the time to discuss. And okay, next is about EduSure. I hope you all know about EduSure. So sir and I started this. I was already teaching at DU. Sir was a banker, and then we both wanted to come to Calcutta. So we decided we didn't think that time there were enough places, and really students from Calcutta were not really going to the top colleges. They were not performing as well. So we thought, let's start this. We started small, with a couple of students in our house, and then we grew from there. So you've already had some experience of sir. That's how he is. He's very passionate about what he does. He's very passionate about, like he has his story of why he's doing it. He really wants everybody to achieve, what he has. So pretty much that's what sums EduSure. That's who we are, and that's what we're trying to do. In terms of the, the process, we really want to take care of everything. So the theory we help you with, practice problems. We have, built a very good question bank of practice problems. So we will, every topic you just do the practice problems and you do the tenures. It's going to be enough. That's how we are building the system. Videos. So everything is recorded, uploaded, and it is very nicely, you can also see it. It's very nicely presented also. So video solutions for every question separately done, uploaded, is there. So self-study should not be a problem. Also, whenever you want to study, you can. And so I think that's about it. If there's anything else you want to know, sir is going to take over from now, and he's there to help you. Yes, game theory will be covered.
Yeah, so I'm back. So basically, thank you, ma'am, for giving us an insight on the top MA in economics colleges of the country and about EduSure. So now let's go into the course EcoTopper. So the EcoTopper 2022 course is a course made in order to make you successful at MA in economics entrance examinations. Okay. So there are a few aspects of the course which I wanted to discuss in the orientation program. It's a course which will have live sessions every week. So in terms of the live sessions, from May to December 2021, classes will be 2 times a week. And from January 22 to March 22, classes will be 5 times a week. Okay. Now, there are basically two batches which we will be starting off with. One is a weekday batch and the other is a weekend batch. In the weekday batch, it will be a batch on Tuesday and Wednesday. The timing of the batch for Tuesday and Wednesday will be at 8 p.m. in the evening. Okay. Last year it was at 4 p.m. But this year it will be at 8 p.m. It is by the request of many students who had an issue doing the 4 p.m. class. So Tuesday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. The other batch will be the weekend batch, which is Saturday, Sunday at 10 a.m. Okay. So the Tuesday 8 p.m. class will be the same class as the Saturday 10 a.m. class, and the Wednesday 8 p.m. class will be the same as the Sunday 10 a.m. class. Okay. So for example, if a student for the weekday batch, if for a week they are not able to do the Tuesday class, for example, they can come on the Saturday 10 a.m. class. Okay. But please refrain from actually shifting your batch from a Tuesday to a Saturday and vice versa. So if someone actually knows that they will not be able to do a Sunday 10 a.m. class, they can do the advanced Wednesday 8 p.m. class, because the Wednesday 8 p.m. will be the same as the Sunday 10 a.m. Okay, understood? So these are the two batch which you may choose. Either come for the Tuesday, Wednesday 8 p.m. batch or the Saturday, Sunday 10 a.m. batch. Is this okay? Please raise your hand if all of you have been able to understand the May to December batch timings. Okay, this entire video is going to YouTube. Okay, so you'll be able to get the entire video there. So don't worry. Right. So these are the 2 days a week. So all the registered students, we form a WhatsApp group. Okay, in the WhatsApp group, we will be sharing the link of the class for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Sunday. So that's how you get to know what is the meeting ID and what is the password for the Tuesday, Wednesday, and the Saturday, Sunday class. Okay. So we form a WhatsApp group and we do that. In fact, we have a WhatsApp group for EcoPG 2022 entrance, which is a general group where the students ask questions and post and discuss about MA in economics in general as well. It is an open for all, not only restricted to EduSure students, right? So you can actually invite, all of your friends who are interested for MA Economics 2022 to join this WhatsApp group. You may ask the link to Khushbu ma'am. She will be able to guide you. Okay? So this is the live session for the weekday and the weekend batch. There is a course schedule that let me share with you. There's a course schedule for this. So this first week, which basically begins on 25th of May. This first week of classes is free for all to attend. It is a trial week. So this is the course schedule that we have for this year. So the 25th of May, it will be at 8 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. This will be at 8 p.m. This is the Tuesday class. Tuesday class will be repeated on Saturday at 10 a.m. Okay. So this is the course schedule, which is already there on the website. So you'll be able to see it on the website. And if you don't have this yet, we can send you a PDF of this document if you want. In order to get this, please send a WhatsApp message to me on 98836 30775, and I will send you the PDF of this. Okay. Okay. So this is basically the schedule. It's all there. The topics and the dates and the timings is all mentioned here. Okay. So when you join the course, you will get this. This is the schedule that we will be following. Okay. Questions here? Yes, so I am coming to the recording of sessions. Okay. I'm coming to that. Yes, I'm coming to it. So I spoke about the live sessions of the EcoTopper 2022. You also get access to a student portal. Okay. Now the student portal is your online Bible for these entrance examinations. Okay. If I may call it. So each and every class of ours is actually recorded and put on the student portal. Let me give you a sneak peek into the student portal that we have. The portal has approximately 3,000 videos along with more than 100 PDF documents. Okay, the PDF documents are the material for the course, and 3,000 videos are available. Out of the 3,000 videos, approximately 800 videos are concept videos or theory videos, and 2,200 videos are basically the solutions of the past papers of ISI, DSC, JNU. Okay. So let me show you how the student portal looks. Let me give you a sneak peek on that. So you basically go in elearn.edushaw.in and the login page will open up, and then you need to put in your user ID and password. So just plug in that. So plug in the user ID and password. So plug in the user ID and password, you log in. The Learning Center opens up and you get to see the courses that you have access to. Click on access to access the course. Okay. The course that you will be concerned with is the EcoTopper course. So go into, say, mathematics EcoTopper. There are 4 subjects: mathematics, microeconomics, macro, and statistics. And for IJIDR, English, LR for IJIDR, and for JNU. So these are the subjects that you have. For each of the subject, there is a detailed study plan, firstly. So For mathematics, for example, let me take you through with the study plan for mathematics. So this is the study plan for mathematics. These are the chapters that we will be covering, and this is how it is described. So for each topic, we give in detail what are you supposed to do in your preparation. So see the theory video, see this theory video, then do these problems, then you see the theory for simple composite functions, then you do these problems, then you read about inverse of functions. So it is given in extreme detail for each and every topic. So this study plan is extremely important. Okay, the study plan is followed by us to the T. Okay, so you look at the study plan and then say you go into functions. You see the introduction, the theory, the domain range, finding range with the help of an ISI problem, simple and composite functions, along with a few ISI problems, inverse of a function, the theory. So you'll get to see these videos. Each of these links is a video. And this is only one of the topics. See, there are 40 different subtopics only in functions. Convex, concave, again, theory videos and ISI DSC problems solved here, then limits. So this is how it is organized for each and every topic. And in all, there are 40 topics. So you can understand the amount of material that you will have at your fingertips, right? In fact, microeconomics, it will be even more. Like, for example, I remember microeconomics, consumer behavior part 2 has about 100 subtopics or something. So this is microeconomics part 2. It has about 91 subtopics, right? So it's huge material, okay? So all of this will be there. It can only be viewed online. It cannot be downloaded. Okay. Also, this user ID and password can only be used on 2 devices. So if you decide to use it on a laptop and your phone, and then you try to log in through a third device, the IT team will actually recognize that as an anomaly and may block you for the entire course. So the user ID which you get for the student portal can only be used on 2 devices, that too not simultaneously. Okay, you can't see a video on your laptop and your mobile phone at the same time. Does not make any sense. Why will you be watching 2 videos at the same time? It's not possible, right? So that also is not possible. If you have access to the student portal, how to ask doubts? The doubts can be asked on the forum option of the student portal. There is a forum option. See, these tabs are there. There is a forum option. In the forum, go and post your doubts. Some of you are asking, sir, what about econometrics? Econometrics is a part of the course. So if you go into statistics eco topper, econometrics, can you see this? Econometrics theory, there is so much of theory here. And then we go into the DSC problems that are there. So this is complete econometrics. Okay. Econometrics is taught by us. In fact, whatever is required for these entrance examinations, everything is taught by us. PDF is downloadable. PDF is, you can easily download all the PDF documents. It is downloadable. Another very, very interesting aspect is, so after you have actually completed the entire of the course, you just want to look at the solution of a particular ISI problem. Okay, so supposing it's a maths question, so you go into mathematics eco topper and you search in the filter text. You can actually search for the questions that you are wanting help with. So say it is ISI 2016, question number 16. So ISI 2016 I type and I get my question number 16, and you can take a look at the video. Just open the video and you see the video. Okay? So ISI 2016 question number 16, just open the video and you will be able to see the solution of that particular question. It is wonderful and it is so easy. Okay? So the student portal is this. It has actually taken, you want to see a preview of the notes. Okay, sure, you can take a preview of the notes. So functions, domain and range, let me show you that note. So this is how the notes will be. This is the note for functions, which I will be covering on the first day of maths. So firstly, the theory is there and the questions are there. And then at the end is the entire homework for all the ISI DSE problems, which are related to functions. Okay, so that's how we do it. Any other questions for the portal? Yes, so the old students who are actually going from eco master to topper, you will have access to the master's material as well. So don't worry about that. You will have access to the eco master's material also. The same user ID and the password will work for the eco topper as well for the continuing eco master students. So after you register for the course, you will get access to it. So please wait. I will finish my presentation and all your questions will be answered automatically. Okay. So this was about the study material. You have many mock tests as well. Okay. These are the mock tests that you get access to. So you will get topic-wise tests along with ISI, DSE, JNU tests if you have registered for the mock test series. Okay, so you'll get everything here. Forum is for asking questions, putting your doubts. You can put your doubts here, which can be seen by everyone. In extra and in the reports, you will be able to see your performance of your assessments. Okay, so this is about the student portal. So after you have registered for the Eco Topper 2022 batch, after you have made the payment of the fee, your portal will be activated on 25th of May after 7 p.m. Okay, 25th of May after 7 p.m. it should be activated, or latest by 26th of May. Okay, so that is when you will get the access to the student portal. Right, so this is the student portal for us. Apart from the live sessions, you'll also get extra sessions which are actually going on currently for the 2021 batch for doubt clearing and interview preparation. We also give you interview preparations one-on-one for the successful candidates. Getting an interview call for, say, ISI, IJIDR, Ashoka University, Christ University, so on and so forth. We give you interview sessions as well. Okay. Now for this entire course, if you start in the month of May for the 2022, your time commitment per day comes out to be a meager 1 hour per day. Okay. Approximately, you need to give 350 hours in order to prepare for these entrance examinations. And if I divide it on an hourly basis per day, it comes out to be only 1 hour per day. 1 hour per day is your time commitment for these entrance examinations for the 2022 batch. Okay. So this is about the Eco Topper 2022 course. That is about the Eco Topper course. Now let's come into the next aspect. Now, these are basically the technological innovations that we've actually worked out because of the COVID scenario. You have these online sessions along with the student portal. So each and every class video will be recorded and put on the portal, which is already there. There will be webinars, webcasts, online mock test. The forum solves the online queries, announcements of forms, announcements of MA in Economics Institute. So we also give you access to this. Solution videos for ISI, DSE, JNU. You can also open up the portal on your mobile. So it is mobile access. You can actually travel in a car and see the videos. You can see the videos at 1 p.m. in the afternoon and also 1 a.m. at night. That is the beauty of the portal. You can see the videos infinite number of times. You can see the videos infinite number of times. Only restrict your student ID and password to 2 devices. The third device will deactivate your user ID automatically and it will not be given access ever. Okay. A third device login will be actually treated as a suspicion. It's a suspicious user activity and hence it will be done. You can always see the mock tests, always see the mock tests again in the report section. Okay. So please make sure that the portal is given access to exactly 2 devices, one your laptop and the other your mobile phone. If by mistake you log in through the mobile phone of someone else, you lose that one extra device. So please be careful. Only log in with your phone and with your own laptop, no other device. Okay. It is for your own safety. Right. Now, EduSure is very happy that it has actually placed 450 plus students across the years into ISI, DSE, JNU, and IJIDR. Let me just give you some insight on that. These are all our successful students over the years. Okay, and many, many more. I was able to compile only a few of the students here who have actually cracked successfully these entrance examinations. There are a few reasons why you may choose an MA over an MBA. Okay. These are a few statistics that we have here. Let me go through it very, very quickly. What has changed from 2008 to 2019? You can see this. Getting into the top MBA colleges is a 0.17%. It has gone up to 0.24%, marginally higher. The fees of institute has increased exponentially. It's about 5 times what it was about 12 years back. Okay. And the average package has not increased by a lot. It's only increased by 50%, whereas the fees has increased by 500%. Okay. Of these colleges. What about MA? MA, the competition has obviously gone up and it is going up year on year. It is yet at a very nascent stage. You are yet at the right end, but the number of students is increasing by a whopping 15% every year. So MA in economics, students are increasing every year by a whopping 15%, whereas an MBA, the number of students is actually decreasing year on year. Okay, you are yet at a very low number, about 3,000 to 4,000 serious students appear for MA in economics in the country, out of which approximately 250 make it to the top okay, which gives you a 8.33% of success. Someone was actually telling me that you don't like probability. 250 out of 3000. So the probability is actually working in your favor. 8.33% for MA, whereas only 0.24% for MBA. Okay. The fees I can't even compare. 35 lakh for an IIM. At ISI, you get paid to study. Yes, you heard me right. You get paid to study. You get 8,000 as a stipend. I used to get only 1,200 in my time. Right now it is 8,000. You can buy a Tata Nano car on EMI if they are selling Nano yet. So you can actually buy a car for EMI at this. Fees of the coaching, you can't even compare here. 60,000. Our course fee is only 35,000 for the entire EcoTopper 2022 batch. And the average package is the same at these institutes. So getting in is a higher percentage. Fees of these institutes is, you can't even compare. A DSC charges you approximately 9,600 a year. A JNU charges you 20 rupees a month. And IJIDR is by far the most expensive. It charges you about 50,000 a semester. But then also, can you compare with a 35 lakh approximate expense? The tuition fee for an IIM Calcutta stands at around 30 lakhs. Okay. It's huge. So that's the comparison between an MA and an MBA. Fees for the EcoTopper 2022 batch. Currently, looking at the COVID scenario, we are not having any increase in the fees. Right now, the fees for one time is 35,000, including the mock test series. Including the mock test series. Okay. Many students were asking for an EMI option as well. Voila, we have an EMI option as well for you. So the EMI option works in this way that every month 10,000. So 10,000 you need to clear by 31st of May, another 10,000 by 30th of June, another 10,000 by 31st of July, and another 10,000 by 30th, 31st of August. So this can be another method of payment. Okay, we had a discussion with the EduSure board, and they have agreed to our request of putting an EMI option out there. So a one-time payment is standing along with an EMI option. So you may choose an EMI option also by paying 10,000 for the next 4 months. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Okay. This is the other option of payment of the fees. Payment can be made by the following methods. Payment gateway on the website using a coupon code of ET2021. So you'll be seeing an EcoTopper 2022 fees of 40,000, 45,000. Put a coupon code ET2021. It is applicable for the first 50 students, I believe. So if you put this, the fees will come down to 35,000, and you will be able to pay it through the payment gateway. Okay. You may GPay or Paytm on this number. You can also use a UPI payment with Bantia at the rate Kotak or EduSure at the rate Paytm. So you may use any of these methods for payment. After you make the payment, please send the screenshot to our admission team representatives. The admission team representatives is Nitesh sir and Khushbu ma'am. Nitesh sir can be reached on the number 93303 75326, and Khushbu ma'am can be reached at the number 98313 27247. So you may reach out to our admissions team in order to facilitate your admission into the EcoTopper 2022 course. Okay, questions? For the new course, it will not be counted as a new device. When I activate you in the new course, then you need to use only 2 devices. It will be a reset for the new course. So don't worry about that. Sarika, we will be working with your fear, so don't worry. Estimated duration for every class will be about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So you can expect the class to go from 8 p.m. to 10 to 10:15 p.m. and 10 a.m. to around 12 to 12:15 p.m. Okay, so the estimated duration of a class is about 2 hours. Also, if I see that most of you are not being able to take more of me in the class, then I'll have to shut down the class. So about 2 hours to 2.5 hours each class. That will be the average duration. Okay, so this is about the course fee. This is about the EcoTopper 2022 course. Now, tomorrow we have a trial class for all the new students. And in the next week also, the entire week, you may do the class as a trial class. Tomorrow we have a free demo class at 10 a.m. in the morning. These are the details. Okay, these are the details. Let me put in the information on the chat box. Let me do that right away. Please open this link. This link will basically give you the detail of the trial class tomorrow. This link will give you the details of the trial class tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. And thank you so much for attending the orientation program. I wish to see you in our class tomorrow and then see you in our regular EcoTopper 2022 classes. I wish you all the best for your MA Economics 2022 preparation. If you have any questions, you may ask. Thank you. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Okay. A few questions are there. Firstly, 90% of the students actually tell us that our course material is more than enough. Okay. If you need to supplement it with any book, you may supplement it with 2 books. One is Intermediate Microeconomics by Varian, and the other is Principles of Macroeconomics by Mankiw. Intermediate Microeconomics by Varian, Principles of Macroeconomics by Mankiw. For mathematics, you may follow your class 12 CBSE mathematics book as R.D. Sharma. You may also use any good IIT mathematics book which has all the solutions. I personally used IIT mathematics by Khanna and Sharma in order to clear my basics, because in my time there was no EduSure who was giving any tuitions. Okay, so I personally followed this. You may also follow this book, but according to me it is not necessary. My material will be more than sufficient for you to understand. Okay. Right. Now I want to remind each of you about your homework. Your homework was list down 10 reasons why you want to do an MA in economics, and they have to be substantial and elaborate reasons, not a good job. I want to do a PhD. Arey, where do you want to do a PhD? Under what professor? Under what subject do you want to do a PhD? It has to be absolutely elaborate and it has to be absolutely clear. So please do this most important homework for the entire year. For the entire year, this is your most important homework. List down 10 reasons why you want to do an MA in economics. Okay, can I have a raise of hand that yes, I will do this homework, sir? I will do this homework. I will list down 10 reasons why I want to do an MA in economics. Okay, raise your hand. Tell me that you will do this. This, believe me, this will either make or break your entire year. This is the most important aspect of your preparation for MA in economics. It has to be elaborate. It has to be crystal clear. You have to be clear on the reason why you are, embarking on this MA in economics 2022 journey. You have to be crystal clear with that. 2023, we will be starting a new course in the month of June for the 2023. Okay, for any admission and fees related queries, please ask the admissions team, Nitesh sir and Khushbu ma'am. Okay. Right. So for a reason for choosing economics, if you are not getting a reason right now, please research, please introspect. Normally, the reason for you to do an MA in economics will be an emotional reason. It won't be a very logical one. Emotions, drive you to do crazy things. Today, in the times of COVID, there are so many people doing such amazing work. Free oxygen, donations, ambulance, doctors. So much is happening, right? Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. I really have to go now. Thank you. Be well and stay safe. See you in class. The questions can be answered tomorrow also after the trial class. Okay. Thank you.